Choices are plenty when it comes to EVs in Malaysia right now, but remember that this car right here, or at least its predecessor, was the pioneer for EVs in Malaysia. This is the 2023 Renault Zoe, and here are the 5 things you need to know. So the Zoe now comes in 2 variants, so we have the R110 and the R135. If it looks very familiar, well, that's because it is still based on the same platform, but with a necessary refresh. At the front we get LED headlights with these C-shaped LED DRLs, and the bumper for the R135 gets a bit of a gold treatment on the fog light unit and also on the lower grille. Just like before, the front emblem hides the charging port. Both the R110 and the R135 get 16-inch alloy wheels, although the R110 gets a 10-spoke design while the R135 gets a 15-spoke design. To open the Renault Zoe, well, you get a card-like key, and keyless entry is for the front doors, while the rear door gets a special handle that gives the car a 2-door-like appearance. Special to the R135 on the side is this decal that makes it look a bit more premium. The taillights now have a clear housing, but everything else remains pretty much the same for the Zoe. There's a huge antenna perched on the roof, and the emblem for the Zoe is actually a new one, where the E has an arrow-like thing going on. Also on the tailgate, well, there's a badge that says E-Tech Electric. The variant names for the Renault Zoe start to make sense when you talk about the performance figures of the car. So the R110 makes 110 horsepower and 225 Nm of torque, while the R135 makes 135 horsepower and 245 Nm of torque. Power is sourced from a 52 kWh battery pack for both variants, and this gives 395 km of range for the R110 and 386 km of range for the R135. The best thing about the Renault Zoe, well, it can take up to 22 kilowatts of AC charging, and this is, in some premium cars, an optional feature. With 22 kilowatt AC charging, the car takes 3 hours to charge from 0 to 100%. As for DC charging, well, this car can do 50 kilowatts of DC charging, and it takes 1 hour and 10 minutes to go from 0 to 80% state of charge. Inside, the Zoe comes with a 7-inch head unit, and this comes with wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto. The system also comes with an offline navigation system for both the R110 and R135. The instrument cluster is a 10-inch digital unit with customizable displays. Steering wheel gets both tilt and telescopic adjustment. Aircon controls, well, they are physical buttons, and these are quite nice to touch. And at the center console is an EPB for the Renault Zoe. The seats, well, for the driver and the front passenger, both seats are manually adjustable. Space in the Renault Zoe, honestly, it feels a little bit tight. The bench also feels a little bit too high. There's also not much luxury going on here, as there's no pockets behind the front seats, and you don't get an armrest in the center of the second row. At least you do get 2 USB-A sockets and a fancy roof. As for safety, standard safety features on the Renault Zoe include lane departure warning, lane keep assist, electronic stability control, emergency brake assist, hill start assist, tire pressure monitoring system, and 4 airbags. The range-topping Zoe R135 adds on auto high beam and blind spot warning. The Renault Zoe R110 costs 165,000 ringgit, while the R135 costs 179,000 ringgit. Included in the price is a 3-year, 100,000 km manufacturer warranty and an 8-year, 160,000 km high voltage battery warranty. The Zoe is also available on a leasing program, which costs from as low as 2,800 ringgit per month. For more information on the 2023 Renault Zoe, do log on to AutoBuzz.my.